Well, I've worked with Delphi. I think it's probably two, maybe even three occasions now. I think in every instance it was Jim Slavin was the instructor. So my comments are pretty much, my experiences are pretty much related to the courses I've taken with Jim. But I would say certainly very professional in their approach, in planning and in presenting. Um, the training modules or manuals or information. Certainly very knowledgeable as well to the topic, to the subject. Um, and my recent course that I took was on leadership and results-based leadership. And regardless of which chapter, and there were 12 different chapters or sections, the instructor was very knowledgeable on each of those 12 topics, on each of those 12 sessions, and was very helpful. Very patient as well. I would describe my experiences and what I've seen from Delphi is that they're very patient. They allow the student or students certainly ample time to comment, to ask questions. High level of respect for the clients when the client, in my case at least, when I did ask questions or ask for clarity. So I think very professional, very knowledgeable, very patient with the students or with the clients, and excellent communication skills as well. Well, the flexibility that it offers is the big thing. It could be worked into my schedule whenever I wished, knowing that we had sort of a time frame to complete the total training package within. Neither of us, neither Delphi, Delphi group or myself, wanted this thing to drag on. We really wanted to try to work through the chapters and through the sessions in a timely manner. But the long distance aspect to it, really then I could pick the day, I could pick the time, basis my work schedule, basis my personal schedule, such as vacation and such. So the lessons can be timed, can be delivered on the basis of my preference and my needs, and not having to set aside, probably for RCL at least, I would have had to set aside at least a week, if not 2 weeks of training, if one was receiving that same training package all at one time. I think it's as effective as face-to-face instruction. I doubted, I questioned, I wondered whether it would be, but my experience would say long distance training of this sort is as effective as being in the classroom with the instructor. And it was very much one-on-one, which in any training, of course, is going to benefit the client or benefit the student. So regardless of whether it was long distance or not, but in this case, being long distance, the only real practical means would be one-on-one. So an individual, a student, a client has certainly a lot more ability to ask questions, ask for clarity, and I think has a greater opportunity to learn. The program was result-centered leadership is based on really 12 different sessions. And I would say, if you considered the first one as an introductory session and the last one sort of as a wrap-up, a summary, there's 10 really modules on sessions that are specific to one topic or one skill. And not knowing RCL going into it, there were probably 4 or 5 different skills that I was hoping would be covered, and they all were. So the topics were very appropriate for what I would consider at least effective leadership and training to be a more effective leader, or for strengthening leadership skills, which, in my case at least, I'd been a manager and a leader for a team for some time. So these were skills that weren't necessarily new to me, but they were skills presented through these session approaches, these chapter approaches that were very appropriate, were very specific, and really allowed, in my case, to to strengthen those skills and apply those skills during the training process. In other words, one of the chapters, one of the sessions dealt with coaching, and it really, the course really, really, I guess, encouraged you to apply that skill or apply any of the skills, but in the case of coaching to apply it and practice it over the time frame that RCL was presented to me and taught to me. My experience or experiences now with the Delfi group, and especially with this instructor, Jim Slavin, is I would certainly consider further training, and I would recommend it to others within Ducks Unlimited and externally to other organizations. I think, as I said before, they're very professional. They do an excellent job. They know their topics. They're good communication, excellent communication skills. I've taken a lot of leadership training, and this is right up there with anything else.